did I leave it in the Blu-ray player? Or
What the fuck are you watching, Dick?
The Sixth Day.
oh, that's a good movie. I like that movie.
God.
Is that the scene where he's ducking in the bushes watching his family through the window?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't seen it since theaters, and
It's got Michael Rooker in. He gets his foot shot off. It's fucking hilarious. Man.
I didn't realize that the opening of the movie is the XFL. It's so bad.
What is?
The opening of the Sixth Day is a game. It's the XFL being played, and they're going, "This is Johnny Phoenix. He's the first quarterback to be paid $300 million."
Yeah.
XFL. That just shows you that this movie was
So
not
dated, yeah.
meant to be.
But I actually wrote a paper on a biology paper on cloning, and like cloning organs and shit like that. And I used that as a reference for some things. Like I used it as a reference for why people won't approve like stem cell research because of like movies like that. Like always take and go like the extreme awful with something like that. Like if you could grow a human organ, why not? You know, I mean,
Well, I guess the real truth on that is use your own stem cells. They actually work better for you.
yeah.
Your own stem cells are actually
Most people
the
are
trick.
so terrified of what's going to happen with that, and they've just seen all the bad science fictions, and like people actually do think about that in the back of their head, and like, nope, it's not natural. We can't do that. So, you know, I got to end the paper. That's all.
What's the court now?
We live in the world of Halloween 3.
I like this world. I wish this world would have went this direction. You know, like there would have been so many cool things that we probably, maybe some of them would have sucked, but it would be interesting.
It wouldn't have been any worse than what today have with Halloween 8, 9, 10, 28, 48,
with
16.
fucking multiple timelines and different variable universes.
Stop it. Stop it. Let's ignore every odd movie plus number 4.
Yeah.
And then we'll also ignore the second half of number 2. Oh my God.
I just like how the producer of this movie was like, I thought it was a fucking stupid idea.
Yeah, I know. I was like, holy shit. Like, he didn't hold anything back, and I appreciated them for doing that. I'm like, well, here's a completely opposite view of whatever. And then they're interviewing Tom Atkins, and he's like, it was a lot of fun. I liked it. I'll take any damn movie. I don't care.
Yeah.
He seems like a really cool guy. So.
Well, even that same producer, he goes, yeah, it's fine. He gave me a big check, and I just, took it.
That's all I had to do with it. Just
bitch enough that he got a big check and was like, all right, yeah.
Well, he owned it, so that was his it was his franchise. So,
but he thought it was a stupid idea, and everybody else is like, no, it was a good idea. It was just misunderstood. And I'm thinking back to the 1980s, and this was not the first time they did shit like this. They used to say something was a part 2 if it was kind of a mediocre type movie. They would just say this is part 2 of this movie, and then hopefully somebody would go see it. Remember Troll 2? I've seen the movie Troll, and I've seen Troll 2, and neither one of them have anything to do with each other whatsoever. In fact, Troll 2 doesn't even have any trolls in it. They're goblins.
Just like missing in Action 1 and 2.
Oh God!
They had to flip those two. The first one's the second one. The second one's the first one.
Completely forgot we did that movie.
It's how much you loved it. Yeah.
The other day I was like scrolling through episodes and like posting old stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was a part of that. I had no memory of it. It's completely white from my brain because I hate Chuck Norris.
He is a terrible actor. I gotta give you that. He's just so lifeless.
But he believes in you.
But you know what? Him and the other one we were talking about earlier, Kevin Kline, are very similar in their acting styles, and they're just a mustache with a man standing behind it, and that's it. That's all of their personality.
Well, I think most of the world of entertainment disagrees with you on Kevin Kline because everybody considers him like the top 10 actors of all time.
Fuck him. No. Nobody holds a candle to Tom Atkins. He's better than both of them.
They really do.
Well, he was a good stage actor. That's why. And then
that's why. Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel about Harrison Ford. I'm like, he's so boring to me. I can't fucking stand the dude.
Harrison Ford is the same thing in every movie. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those are the actors I can't stand. That's why Sean Connery does nothing for me. I just he's Sean Connery in everything. He can't even drop his accent.
This is Harrison Ford every movie.
You know what? You got a point there, because like I really love The Hunt for Red October, but he was horribly miscast in that. There should have been somebody else playing a Russian.
Dick.
Sean Connery with his Irish accent. I'm a Russian.
Scottish.
Yeah, he's Scottish. Yeah.
The game we play against our adversaries, the Americans.
Yeah, so bad.
Something like that.
Well, let's talk about, speaking of Scottish-Irish, why does this movie involve Irish people using Stonehenge, which is in England?
Well, no, they brought it to Northern California.
Yes, right. But why were they Irish?
Because O'Halloran, the guy that wrote this, O'Halloran, is a warlock, and I guess there's
nobody who is a warlock. He thinks he's a warlock.
He's a warlock. He's supposed to be several years old, so he defies age. Okay, and he knows a lot about, like, he's one of the original Celtic witches. So that's why they bring the Irish thing into this.
Call Richard Stanley, get him on the phone, and Richard Stanley will explain it right now.
I had something to do with witchcraft, and I used black magic and conjured something, and then of course a large hurricane came and ended my production, and I was told if I didn't come back to the set that I would lose all of the money. So basically they paid me the entire salary if I agreed never to speak again and left immediately.
Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!
Turn it off! Turn it off!
No more Island Road! Turn it off! You gotta trust me.
No, but in the context of the movie, it makes sense that it's Irish because that's where it's going deep in the mythology of Halloween. Mm-hmm. So it's that it's really cool old school.
That really cool monologue we had with O'Halloran.
Yeah. The CEO of OCP.
Yep.
He's the CEO. Old man. He's the evil CEO.
He left Greenland.
Yeah. He left Shamrock Industries and formed OCP in Detroit.
I watched the extras on the Blu-ray, and the director at one point says, "That's funny. He's wearing the same outfit from RoboCop." This came out after RoboCop. He's wearing the same suit from RoboCop when he shows up when you first see him.
This is way before RoboCop. Yeah.
No, this is 88. This is 88.
This is 82.
Oh, is it 82? Okay,
yeah. That's the thing. Yeah.
I was thinking it was 88 for some reason.
But Cochran is the inventor of sticky toilet paper, the dead dwarf gag, and the soft chainsaw. What the fuck is that?
He's great!
What is the dead dwarf gag? I must know what it is.
You do. That's one thing about this is as much as I love this movie, the director was Tommy Lee Wallace. A little bit of sleep in a couple of spots here. You know what I mean? Like, he just kind of didn't really think of where how these characters in this movie are supposed to interact with each other. Because, God bless him, I love Tom Atkins, but his character is a complete piece of shit in this movie.
Maybe
that's why I love him.
Even Atkins says that. He goes, I don't know. I'm drinking beer. I'm taking a 6-pack with this woman I just met. He's leaving my kids.
He's playing grab ass with anything with tits in this movie. Yeah, I mean, anything. If you had a stick with tits hanging on it, he'd be playing grab ass with it.
It's great. It's hilarious. I love that.
Wonderful. Yeah.
He don't give a shit.
My first note is he just wants to not be a dad.
Exactly. Like when he's playing hide and go seek in the house, I think he was really trying to sneak out, and he just got caught. He's trying to sneak out on the girl that got strangled in Halloween, and he calls her from a payphone with a fucking 6-pack sitting on the fucking phone booth to tell her, like, yeah, I'm going to be out of town this weekend. You know, I got a meeting. And then he's running off with Mrs. Hot Tits on her way off to Bumblefuck, California, so they can figure out what's going on with her killed father.
The girl from Halloween, who is Tommy Lee Wallace's pregnant wife in this movie.
Yes.
The
it's his ex-wife.
Yeah, now ex-wife. But
now ex-wife.
Yeah.
And then I guess the girl, the ingenue of the film, I forget her name off the top of my head. She has been
Stacy something.
Yeah, reading her IMDb, she's been attached to Woody Allen, Warren Beatty. She banged everybody, and yet she has a no nipple clause. Go figure that one out.
You know what? Watching her in The Extras, she still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
She is a relationship expert, which, again, figure that one the fuck out. A girl who's banged Warren Beatty.
So her name is
Allen.
Stacey Nilkin, and her character in this is Ellie Grimbridge.
That name.
Grimbridge,
when he goes, sorry, Miss Grimbridge.
Sorry.
That's a dumb question, Miss Grimbridge.
That's a dumb question, Miss Grimbridge. I want to fuck your asshole. Okay.
I love the fact that I did this episode back in November, I think, of 2016 on the third episode of
I watched it a long time ago. Yeah.
And I have way more appreciation for this movie now. But I love the fact that he fucks her several times, it appears, and then he goes, wait, how old are you?
Yeah, how old are
you? It doesn't matter now. You're already going to prison. Just go ahead and finish up again.
Right? Yeah. At this point, you may as well just go with it. Like, we'll just lay low for a couple years and we'll be fine. Yeah.
Old enough. I was with Woody Allen. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If you're Ted Nugent, you just adopt the girl and then it's okay. Yeah.
Or Keith. Jimmy Page. Put her in his house for 2 years until she's 18 and marry her.
The R. Kelly method.
That's what Ted Nugent did. He adopted her, and so that he could, consensual. It's my daughter. I can do what I want now. So,
cat scratch fever.
Yeah, real fucking bag of something else.
Really, just a song describing his herpes that he got from some pussy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or crabs.
But yeah,
scratch fever.
If this guy is really a doctor, he's probably a gynecologist in real life. All right, and he's a Rolling Stone in this movie, man. That's all I can say.
He even gooses the nurse.
He does that fucking nurse. You can't just talk to her and have a scene. Swat her in the ass,
Why did they make him a weird James Bond sex symbol with his own money penny that he works with back at the office and he's constantly teasing his dick with? I don't know why.
He's a badass.
But tell me you don't love this universe, though, because this is not really a real world, okay? This is a very surreal, bizarro, fucking nightmare world that this whole movie takes place in, and I love every minute of it.
I can't get over the fact that his hospital was carpeted in every single room. Like, that is so... so dangerous.
You know the best
carpet
part,
in
though?
the 70s, there's nothing more dirty than 70s carpet. Nothing.
I should have taken a picture today because I was driving on Highway 33, which is in this movie. Because he's going to Northern California on 33. It's a real freeway. It's a real road. It used to be the oldest, the road to take you to L.A. from Northern California. It's like the 33 highway. You take it. It's like a long trip, like a 10-hour drive, 12-hour drive. Before I-5 came into being.
Are you going to be like that one guy in the extra features that dresses up like Sid Vicious that does all the fucking location scouting? Yeah.
Look at here. It's 33. That's all I got. I got that place.
Yeah.
The rest of it wasn't. Yeah, that's it. Which I thought was funny.
Carpet from this movie in your living room.
The what?
Covered in Tom Atkins jizz stains and nurse sweat.
I got the carpet from the hospital itself right here.
It smells like old man pipe tobacco.
I sell it in swatches for $900 a piece. And it's all in the shape of...
like the fucking Berlin Wall. You got to sell sections of it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm old enough to remember shag carpet being a thing. Like everybody,
I remember
they had rakes that they used to have leading up against the corner, and you'd rake your carpet. No bullshit. Like that was something you did. You raked the carpet. Like what?
Hold on, you are saying raked, right?
Raked the carpet. Yeah.
No, I just rubbed my dick on it.
I raked the carpet.
You raked.
It's even dirtier. Why am I doing wrong?
You took a rake and you raked the carpet. Yeah.
It only hurt when you hit that random paper clip or thumbtack stuck in the carpet. Then you got a problem.
It was the same stick that you poked the fire with, so sometimes you had some horrible accidents.
I mean, this shit was deep enough. You could have hidden small animals in the carpet. Nobody would have fucking known.
A family of gerbils in there.
Filthy shit.
Richard Gere's house.
As little kids, we just kind of wallered around on it, and some people wore their shoes in the house, and some people didn't. It was just a weird time to be alive.
Where do you think they got the idea for Little Girl Lost from? Little girl got lost in the shed carpet.
Yeah. That was 60s. Okay. Come on.
I am somewhere where I don't know where I am. But so this film.
What's up the plot?
Yeah.
Dick, go ahead, Dick. You started. Yeah, let him set it up. Yeah.
Well, so you open up with a wonderful running scene.
Yeah.
With an old man running for his life. He's got the shamrock mask in his hand. He's being chased by the T-1000. And he gets to a hospital. He manages to escape this guy like 3 or 4 times. Finds a wonderfully nice black man mechanic that takes him to the hospital because he's hurt. And then the best part of the movie, I think, is when the guy goes, "They're going to kill us all," and the black guy just walks away. And he's like, "I'm fucking out of here. I ain't dealing with this shit. I'm gone.
I know what happened from here on out. No,
I'm gone. I'm the first one to go. I'm out. Fuck this place." And he lives.
I've seen these movies before. Things don't end well for me. Yeah.
And he's at the end of the movie. He
yes,
survives.
This movie is progressive. He does not become the victim number one like so many horror movies in the late 80s and early 90s did. Yeah.
Or that's the joke.
Like, I don't know. It might be. It might be
your horror movie and then live.
Yeah, I thought that was
I don't
the best
know about
part.
you guys, but I feel like this movie was kind of self-aware in spots. Like it
a little
just,
bit,
it kind of knew what it was. Like it's almost like it's a parody of itself in very many spots. Yeah,
there's like 7 or 8 times I laugh hard during this movie.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's intentional or not, but you just do. It's just
it's just and
the love scene is definitely one of them. That got a big fucking belly laugh on me.
How old
I can't never not laugh. Yeah.
Well,
that's a stupid question, Mrs. Whatever your fucking name is.
Whatever your name is, I'm going to fuck you now.
Like, my dad died, but hey, let's fuck. Why not,
Your dad's dead, so what? He got his head crushed by a fucking robot. Who cares?
Oh, that's what the dialogue is. He goes, I should get my own room.
Yeah.
Why?
He's so
be a little
smooth.
Weird, right? And he goes... Well, I guess it'd be better than sleeping on the floor in here. And she goes, "Where do you want to sleep?" Goes,
yeah, exactly.
That's a dumb question, Miss Grumbridge.
He's got this look on his face like, let's get the small talk over with and let's fucking hit the skins.
She's into it too.
Shit. I'm getting too old. Yeah,
they're both. She's an nympho. He's a Cetariasis in men, nymphomania in women. They're both the same color.
Where did you see pubes? Because I actually went back to go see if I could find them.
She comes out of the shower.
Yeah.
When she comes out of the shower, it's like straight up. You see a shot of her beaver
for like a half a second, right?
Yeah, it's there.
Because I didn't see it because a lot of her was covered with the frosted glass. It's like you could see the boob, but you couldn't see the nipple.
Because that's what shocked me was just like, whoa, they were going very European on this one.
And even the director's like, whoa, that was kind of hot. And I'm like, you directed the fucking film.
Well, we talked about this yesterday, and I was talking about how I thought there was nudity. It turns out it's just Tom Atkins' ass. I had to censor the episode.
And it was a lot more attractive than Mark Hamill from Body Bags. Just saying,
you should not ever have to censor Tom Atkins' ass.
Tom Atkins.
No, that was a fine ass. I gotta admit,
he was in good shape for a man his age. He was good.
But the problem is, he looks like the brawny man, and he's like a sex symbol. Everyone wants to fuck him in this movie. He's one of those kind of guys.
In this movie.
He's like Ron Swanson and what's a combination of Ron Swanson? I was getting another vibe off of him too.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. It's just all of those guys. Like he's that guy. Yeah.
He looks like the brawny man.
Well, so this is the one thing though about this movie they noticed. All the kills are like silent kills. Nobody screams. Nobody says anything. And literally the guy gets his head crushed. And he doesn't say a peep. Not a peep.
Takes his head right off. And you get the famous... The fucking synth chord, that goes in place of the screen.
Yeah, because the other guy gets his head ripped off. And he doesn't. He just says, I was just kidding. And they rip his head off. Nothing.
Might I add the music for this? Perfect. I fucking love the music.
John Carpenter, and his buddy.
It's fucking great. Yeah.
You don't like it?
You don't like that synth stuff, huh?
The synth stuff is fine. The problem is it gets really fucking irritating with like the bell music when he's running from the cops around. He's sneaking in the warehouse. I'm like, stop with the fucking bells. There's so many points. The music goes way too loud for too long. Yeah. But the regular music that Adam's talking about, with the synth score,
like the opening credits and shit. That's really cool.
It is. But the problem is, during the peak action moments, I'm like, stop it, you're ruining this.
And the opening credits are cool, too, because if you remember Halloween, which we haven't talked about on this show yet, but we've all fucking seen it, all right? You see the jack-o'-lantern, like the zoom in on the jack-o'-lantern. And then the second movie, they show the jack-o'-lantern from the outside, or the inside first, and then zoom out. In this one, you see a digital jack-o'-lantern being formed on an old fucking CRT monitor. And they filmed it in just such a way to where you can't tell what it is until, like, the very end. It kind of reminded me of the Terminator opening credits, which I fucking love. I love those opening credits with the words.
I wonder if this would have became a Halloween special every year, a Halloween movie. Would that be the connecting dot? Would be a pumpkin revealing itself,
some kind of a
at
pumpkin.
The opening of
that
the
would
movie.
Be the connection. Yeah,
I
wish they would have. In an alternate universe somewhere, I would love to see where they would have went with this. If it would.
The only real connection between the first two movies and this is it's about a mask. About masks in this, and that's the only connection. So,
well, like they said the whole idea was to have a Halloween themed movie every Halloween, and from that you would get spin-offs.
Yeah,
and he's not wrong because they do that now with the Conjuring movies.
That brings me to that thing that I wanted to mention earlier in the other show. That brings me to that point now. One of the best things that I got from the commentary, because a lot of the commentary was just location bullshit, and it was just kind of boring. I didn't really do nothing. I don't really give a shit about location stuff. I'm not into that kind of nostalgia. Ugh. But he did say that there's not really a lot of movies that are just about Halloween. Even the first two Halloween movies are not really about Halloween. They're about babysitter murders. This is actually about Halloween itself. So, you got a movie called Halloween that isn't about Halloween, but this one fucking is, and one thing he wanted to do is he wanted to call this the Halloween 3, representing the 3 masks. And I thought that was really cool. I wish they would have fucking done that. Or called it Season of the Witch. That would have worked too.
Are you still mad that they didn't play the Donovan song?
Yeah.
I was more mad about that in the Nicolas Cage movie called Season of the Witch. They really should have done that there.
I don't think this movie could have afforded the rights to that.
No. Yeah, this is a movie that has London Bridges as its fucking theme song.
Yeah. So. And they even say that.
They purposely chose a public domain song.
Yeah.
Public domain. That reminds me.
They say that.
Here you go, everybody.
Yes.
This is for everybody.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the Horathon. And remember the big giveaway at 9. Don't miss it. And don't forget to wear your masks. The clock is ticking. It's almost time.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Super Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
This is how the YouTube channel gets shut down.
I don't think it's going to get shut down with a public domain song.
No, their version of a public domain song is still copyrighted.
No, well, we'll see. Yeah.
What are we looking at here, Dick?
I think we killed Dick. Yeah, I think he's dead.
Oh, is he turned into bugs and snakes?
Yeah, he had the mask on when he was watching. You're not supposed to actually wear the mask, Dick, when that's playing.
That's all right. No, it was on my dick.
I love the. Oh God, you have a snake dick now.
You have a dick mask on your dick.
You gotta do your.
I gotta tell you though, man, when the first time I heard that concept, I thought that is one of the most badass fucking things I've ever heard. Like a mask that's got an electronic microchip that just triggers just pure fucking hate and evil.
Can you leave
with an annoying fucking commercial? And that wasn't that far off from stuff like that actually happening. Like, you guys remember Captain Power? Remember that shit? I know Dick remembers that shit.
Stay there,
remember Captain Power? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh, this.
I just want to say these are their Halloween masks. They're spooky, super, super fucking popular masks. A pumpkin, a skull, and a witch. No. Kids would not want these fucking things. Maybe the skeleton.
I don't know, man. There were some pretty fucked up things in the 80s that were pop. Remember Mad Balls?
Yeah, but nobody bought them.
I had a bunch of those fucking things. People
had
bought
a
those
few.
things. They're around for what? Remember Boglins? Those were
Boglins
around.
were. This is a Halloween mask. You want to be something. You want to be Freddy Krueger. Not yet. It's 82, but you want to be
William
something.
Shatner.
But that marketing is what sells this shit, man. If all the kids are doing it, there's a lot of shit that's sold over the years. You can't even remote. How did Cabbage Patch Kids ever take off those ugly fucking things? You know what I mean?
But these are so generic.
Man.
Like a pumpkin you already have out. A skeleton's already on the wall. A witch is already on the wall.
Speaking of something ugly, that toy that you buy.
Enough about Kirstie Alley. Okay. Oh.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. I love it.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, I found this at
Marty Feldman action figure.
Abby Normal.
No, walk this way. Walk this way.
I found this in Target today. I could not buy it.
Target's the one that's got all the cool toys now.
Me and my girlfriend still do because we watched Young Frankenstein together, and we still do the elbow thing.
Yeah.
Where he's like, please hold on. So funny.
It's great.
That is on my honorable mention list.
Yeah, it's the thing. I know. See, it's tough.
Can't do it. Can't do it. I'm gonna have to revise my list now. Yeah.
All right.
But so we have this movie, and the guy dies. His daughter comes, and immediately Dr. Atkins is like, "Hey, I'm going to help you solve this. I'm going to help you solve this crime that I have no idea what's going on." And the reasoning he gives is, "I've worked at this hospital for 8 years, and no one's ever been murdered on my watch."
Yeah, baby. I'm Dr. Atkins, the love doctor. I'm here.
In the 70s and 80s, they had a lot of movies where people who weren't cops did the jobs of a cop, where you're like, you forget they're not a cop.
Yeah.
You go, oh, wait, you're a doctor. What the fuck?
George C. Scott, The Changeling. Like he becomes obsessed with that, and he literally does all the fucking footwork because
George
the
C.
investigator's
Scott,
like, Yeah.
George C. Scott in Hardcore.
Oh, no.
He becomes a private investigator by himself because he hires
The
young
Exorcist
Frankenstein.
3. Yeah.
He hires young Frankenstein, and he doesn't do anything. So you're wasting time. Where is she?
Peter Boyle?
Peter Boyle is the detective that he hires, and he says, "You can't come here. You won't belong here. You don't fit in. You're a Calvinist. I'll show you, goddammit." And he does. It's the funniest bit when he's wearing that mustache.
Good Peter Boyle impression. Yeah.
It's a great Trace Atkins, Tom Atkins impression. Oh my God!
Tracy Atkins is a country singer. Tom Atkins is the actor. And,
I always forget it's Tom Atkins.
Martin Atkins is the drummer from Ministry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Trace Atkins is that effeminate. All right. Anyway,
But the only thing that confused me, though, at first, maybe I'm wrong. So, Shamrock Industries isn't that far away from this hospital because they go 2 hours away, 3 hours away.
Enough to warrant buying a 6-pack. I mean, it was definitely a road trip.
Yeah. So 20, I guess 30 minutes at least.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a fucking animal.
It's like the Crow. Smokes and road beers and hurry.
Oh man.
He gets his car smashed.
So they go to the Shamrock Industries, and it's an Irish town, all Irish. Everybody lives there is Irish.
This movie's offensive. I'm sorry, this movie's offensive. I don't like it.
They're all dirty potato eaters. They're all awful. It's okay.
Filthy redheads. Yeah.
It's okay. The sun's your enemy. But they go to he can't get to the hotel. Yeah, I know. Jesus. Those black
are you one of those guys that has the fucking Blackhawks jersey with the fucking shamrock green shit on it? You don't have one of those, do you?
No, but I want one.
Fuck you. Don't buy that. I hate those.
Do you want a Shamrock?
It's too much.
Do you want a Shamrock Industries jersey?
You know what? I have to agree with George Carlin. I don't get national pride. Okay, there's nothing obtained by you were born of a certain origin. You know, I mean, it's like it's not something you ever chose or achieved. It's just you're just born. So the fuck what?
What does it have to do with anything we're talking about?
We were talking about the Irish, and I just wanted to know if you had a jersey that was.
No, I just like the green jersey. That's really all it boils down to.
So they get to the hotel room, and there's a curfew. So the first thing that's odd about this whole thing is that Tom Atkins and they're at this town, and at 6 o'clock he says, "Everybody, curfew time. Go to your houses, lock your door, stay inside. Don't come outside. Don't come outside."
That's later, but yeah.
It's not too much later.
No, it's not long after they get there. Yeah.
It's the hotel.
It may or may not be the voice of Jamie Lee Curtis. We don't really know.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It might be Deborah Hill because it was Deborah Hill's voice.
She's credited on IMDb. I saw it today.
Is she? Okay. Also, she debunked it. Tommy the Wallace debunked it. Everyone involved has debunked that.
Right. And the voice on Escape from New York, the voice of the intro, like the narration, sounds like Jamie Lee Curtis. Is actually Deborah Hill. So they sound similar when they talk. Could be Deborah Hill.
It's probably Deborah Hill.
It's attributed to her, but even she said, "I didn't do that."
Well, because she's an idiot. She don't remember.
Too much
drugs are bad.
She's dead. She's dead. Doesn't matter anymore.
Too much of the fucking poop yogurt.
Too much of the poop yogurt.
Octavia.
Octavia. Activia. You're right. Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis. I get it. She sells that shit. Yeah.
She's not a Shakespeare character. Octavia. All right,
Octavia.
They arrive at the hotel. We get a full cavalcade of weirdos at this hotel. Like fucking Cousin Eddie shows up with his family.
Yeah.
In a Winnebago.
Yeah. One of the kids throws his bike at him. He's like, "Oh no, you didn't hit him. Anyway, how are you?"
No, the kid didn't throw the bike at him. The trailer. He drives, almost hits Atkins, and the bike falls off the trailer.
Right.
The front of the trailer.
If you listen to the dialogue, the dad goes, "You almost hit it!" Like he yells at the kid.
Yeah, because he's playing.
There's also a lady standing outside that says to Amelia, "Are you here to pick up a package?" And I'm like, "What is this? Amazon? Like early Amazon days? Who goes to a fucking toy warehouse to pick up a mask package?" What the
I think
fuck
it's Marjorie.
is that shit?
That one, right? The one
Marjorie. Yeah, Marjorie.
She's the one that gets hit in the misfire.
Yeah,
which I love. Love that makeup effect. That was a great.
That was pretty intense shit, right there.
That was gross. Yeah. That was really.
That was
gross.
An actress sitting there where they put like a big fucking murder hornet on her forehead. It like climbed up her head. I'm like, oh,
that thing was gross too.
It was
fucking
huge.
Sick. Yeah,
it was
like
a
real fucking bug.
A spider bee. It was insane.
Oh, it's nasty.
Yeah, it's gross.
And then
it looks like it was covered in puke too when it was crawling out of her. It was just like drenched in puke. And
I love because you get introduced to Mr. What was his name? Cochran, and he goes, "Oh, everything's fine."
He's got that shit-eating grin.
What's happened?
Very well.
We had a misfire.
Old Detroit has a cancer. And that cancer must be cut out so that we can breathe life into this shitty little Irish town.
Pretty much.
It's just a glitch. You call this a glitch?
It's a glitch. Dick, you're fired.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll watch that tomorrow.
RoboCop?
That to me. Maybe I'll watch that tomorrow. It's been a while.
RoboCop's good.
Best movie ever.
It's a great movie.
RoboCop's good. Yeah.
Anyway, they check into the hotel. All these people are there. These weirdos who are just there to be cannon fodder.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is fine because
I appreciate
the Shamrock
that.
Factory turns out like Willy Wonka's factory, where it's just people dropping off left and right. This place, only he's actively trying to kill them.
Yeah, it's even more insidious than Willy Wonka's factory. It's got fucking pieces of Stonehenge inside of it.
But how easy is it to kill these robots? Because all Dr. Atkins has to do is punch him in the stomach, and he kills them.
He pulls out the wires.
Yeah, it's great.
He's full of yogurt or he's full of pudding. Oh God,
gross! He's full of Activia.
Or he's like, let's see if it's booze. No, it's Activia.
Right. Oh my Christ! It's Activia.
He tried it.
Powered by Activia.
Oh Christ! It tastes like
eating so regularly.
Oh, the shit we come up with on this show.
It tastes like Jamie Lee Curtis's balls. But so that was the big
Dick.
Okay,
Dick, hold on. Can we start a podcast called Jamie Lee Curtis's balls?
I think we'll get sued
because I want her to look online and be like, "What the fuck?
Who the fuck? Who's doing this shit?" And she'll tell you, too, because I heard she cusses like a sailor.
Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts so good.
She'll let you know that she doesn't like that shit.
Whew. Man.
Why did my screen get darker?
Maybe she's just got a really good sense of humor about it, though. She's like, I do have balls.
Yeah, I think
the internet's it's the internet trying to put a filter on you, Dick. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what. No, my cord got unplugged. Good thing I saw that. It was on 20% battery power.
You've been Curtis, my friend.
You've been Atkins.
You've been Tony Curtis.
Tony Curtis. I love you. I love you, Spotty.
Don't forget the actual Atkins diet that invented the Atkins diet, which is the carb-free diet, which I think he died from that diet, actually. Like,
yeah, so it didn't quite work out for him.
Or some shit, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Still sells candy bars, though. Fucking asshole.
One of my friends who's like a health nut is the least healthiest person I've ever met in my life. Like, she's all fucked up. She can't, I mean, she's all fucked up.
Is that who we're doing the podcast with?
No.
Oh.
No. That's a whole nother medical story.
All right. Yeah, they're at the hotel. What happens then?
They fuck 17 times.
Well, first she meets Margie
yeah.
while buying like a soda, and she talks to her, and she becomes friends with her, just so we can set up that character who goes into a hotel room by herself and reads a book and dies. They fuck.
How quaint, though, to see a movie where a person had a paperback novel to read in the hotel room.
Also, am I the only one that finds it extremely hilarious that they're intercutting a sex scene with Tom Atkins and a girl that's like 3 times younger than him, intermixing it with probably the most goriest death scene in the fucking movie?
Yeah,
like that's fucking gold right there. That shit. Okay, I was laughing. I'm like, did they really think about this when they were editing it? It's like fucking face coming off with bugs crawling out of it. Face coming off.
And again, it's a great example of setup and payoff, because you find out, there's the chip. The microchips are these Shamrock discs, and then Dr. Atkins figures out, I got a box of them here. Takes them up and drops them, and he rains down the fire and kills everybody. It saves the day.
Also,
basically.
what's the number one rule in horror movies? Is if you fuck, bad things are going to happen to you.
Yeah. And she turns
unless
into a
you're
robot.
Tom Atkins. Yeah, well, that shit happens to him too. Yeah.
He's fine. He gets away with that.
He's fine.
His
once you fuck, bad things are going to happen to you, because that's pretty much where everything starts going south for both of these people.
Well,
after they fuck.
Her dad's already died. I think that was the biggest.
And his side piece gets killed with a drill. So,
yeah.
Did you read that when they did that drill scene? Originally, the guy got her hair caught in it, and it ripped out her hair.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh no!
So when they redid the scene the next day, Tommy Lee Wallace stepped in and was like, "I'm doing this because I trust I'm going to do it right," and they got it done.
Wow.
All right, so I'm looking at Tommy Lee Wallace's IMDb, and I've seen, this is his first movie, and then he did 3 episodes of 85 Twilight Zone that we have not done yet. He did Max Headroom, a couple episodes.
Okay.
He did, Friday Night Part 2, which is He did the original It miniseries.
Did he really? Oh, wow.
Yes, he did direct that, yeah.
Speaking
which
of...
is actually not bad. Yeah.
Which could be a movie we choose on this. I don't think it's going to be, because it's not really related to John Carpenter, but he directed Vampires Los Muertos.
No, we don't watch that. It's terrible.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's a sequel with John Bon Jovi for some fucking reason.
It is bad. It's real bad, yeah.
So
it's
that was the one that I got mixed up from the one that we actually watched, because I was like, oh, that movie, and I'm like, oh no, I was thinking of the Bon Jovi one. That was terrible.
Yeah, I almost thought it was a Lost Boys sequel at first, and no, it was Vampire sequel. Yeah.
I think one of the Lost Boys things is Los Muertos or something.
Yeah, I think it is.
There is a couple of Lost Boys sequels. They're just vehicles for Corey Feldman, which is never something you want to. You never want to have full blown Corey Feldman in anything.
Well, did you hear the latest? They're trying to get the Frogger Brothers show going or whatever. The two brothers from Lost Boys.
That ain't gonna happen.
Oh, in this day and age, it'll happen. No, it'll just be on one season.
At first, it was going to be the Frog Sisters, and then that fucking fell apart. I'm like, imagine why there's so many people rooting for it. Yeah,
I don't like Lost Boys that much. Who are you talking about?
The Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. They were brothers.
One
I
of them
think.
Fucking dead.
Well, no,
it was Corey Feldman and some other guy. I don't remember.
What's that? Yeah, I can't remember. I don't remember. I've seen Lost Boys maybe twice.
Jason Patrick.
Yeah, Fred McMurray?
Not him. It's the two kids from the comic book store. Hold on, I'll find out.
The guy from Gilmore Girls?
I'll find out who he is.
Who played Roosevelt in some shit?
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
He always plays
some kid.
Rich white people. Yeah, the dad from Rich. Yeah,
it's literally the dad from Richie Rich. That fits in exactly.
It's this guy. It's Jameson Newlander is his name.
No clue.
Hold on here.
That's the whitest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life.
It's pretty bad.
It's right up there with Conal Cochran.
Oh wow,
That's
him.
Yeah.
Same guy. Wow,
yeah,
wouldn't have put them together. Wow.
He doesn't look the same. He's a kid in the movie, but is him now.
He's turning into Jason Patrick though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen Jason Patrick lately? He looks pretty rough.
So 2 years after this photo, he'll be all bloated and bald.
I was great in Rush and Narc.
Speed 2. He is great in Narc.
He is good in Narc, yeah.
Yeah. He gets to beat Busta Rhymes in a chair for an hour. That movie's worth it for that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh,
right.
So, speaking of that, I heard, Ja Rule was supposed to be the Chris Ludacris character?
Here we go.
And Ja Rule turned it down, and essentially that probably cost him $35 million. Because he would have been in all of the Fast and Furious movies. Yeah, it kind of looks like him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever Corey Feldman needs to make another Millennium music video.
Oh God, there you go. There's not enough drugs or alcohol to make that any less funnier than it already is. It's a wonder. It's a miracle.
He's like an Andy Kaufman bit.
He's like the worst human being on the planet.
He is. He's a giant piece of shit. He really
you also can't blame him. He's one of those people like he was fed weirdos his entire life, or no, like go hang out with Michael Jackson. Yeah, have fun with that.
Yes, I understand that, but this is what he did recently, and this is why I'm just like, he's disgusting. He's
always skimming off the top. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you who the molesters are in Hollywood, but you have to give me $10 million. Like, he's a scumbag. It's just like, what?
For legal fees, yeah.
Right.
Everything with him is a scam. Yeah, everything with him is a scheme. It's ridiculous.
I love that he's doing that live, and his website got hacked.
Yeah.
Come on.
I love the fact that he's the only one that can't figure out that he's not Michael Jackson. Like, literally everybody and every insect knows he's not Michael Jackson except Corey Feldman.
Well, and
Why
we're
talking about him.
because we're talking about the 80s. It fits.
Okay.
I guess on the set of The Burbs, Bubbles came to the set all the time and shit everywhere. So they had a problem with Michael Jackson's monkey on the set of The Burbs. How funny is that?
Oh, can you imagine how Bruce felt about that? That dad would not put up with anything. He's like, get that fucking monkey out of here.
He said, goddamn monkey shit in my fucking trailer.
That's not a bad Bruce Dern impression.
No.
Not bad.
Smells like they're cooking a goddamn cat over there. That's a great movie. That's on the top 10 list. Shit. I should put, that's a good one. That's a high ranking comedy for me, Burbs.
Good. Yeah.
It's a good one.
All right.
But, okay, so let's talk about Cochran.
Yeah.
This guy's great.
Conal Cochran.
Yeah. He's great. And he even has, like, there's moments where he's doing that little subtle acting where he looks like pure evil. He just gives that dead look where he's like, holy shit, he's delivering a performance there. He's pretty good.
I love the way he could just turn from charming old guy to serious in like a fucking split second. You can't even see it coming on. Like every time he starts, like, well, old Detroit has a cancer. No matter how many times I've watched that fucking movie, which is billions of times, that scene always gets me. It's like, old Detroit has a cancer. That cancer must... Vic, I'm very disappointed. I fucking love that guy when he does that shit. He's great.
I want to see his other work because I never really knew he was he's been in other stuff. I don't really recognize him anywhere else.
I've seen him in other things. He was also in RoboCop 2.
Well, that's what I mean. The same character in RoboCop 2.
He's the same character in this, really, except he's also a warlock.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I love. But again, when I make my own movies, this is my movie universe. This was his first job, and he got OCP after this, after he failed killing the children.
He died in this.
Yeah, the Cochrane thing folded up, so he just he formed Nami's Consumer Products out of the ashes of Cochrane Industries.
Yeah, he basically got sucked into the Stonehenge, and he got shit out the other way in Detroit.
He packed up the town, moved it to old Detroit. Yeah. Why the fuck not? Yeah,
I'll build a robot.
I have to build a robot.
We're going to breathe life into Delta City.
And what do you think
Detroit now stands?
How we got them to build robots so quickly?
Yeah, well, I love the reveal.
He's a warlord.
When Dr. Atkins is he's going through the offices in the factory, and he comes upon the woman knitting, and he goes, "Ma'am, call the cops! What are you doing?" And he knocks her down, and she's a fucking.
That's another one that got a laugh out of me too.
Yeah,
I wonder how many takes he did that, and I can see Tom Atkins losing his shit every time he does it too.
And I love Cochrane because he holds the head and he goes, "Oh, they drag Dr. Atkins into the warehouse. His robots do, and he's sitting there like holding the head, like this is an ancient relic. It's from 1655. I'll have to get another one." Oh, hi, Dr. Atkins. Just acknowledge them. That got a laugh out of me.
Yeah.
Only a guy like O'Halloran, is that his actual O'Halloran?
Look him up here.
Yeah, I'm totally fucking up his name.
Dan O'Hurley.
Dan O'Hurley. Only Dan O'Hurley could take some lines like that and make them sound legit. You know what I mean?
Love he's talking to this head, and he's like, you think he knows he's there, but he's like, "Oh, hi, Dr. Atkins." Like, he doesn't give a fuck about this guy. Now, our main character, he doesn't give a fuck about. So much so that when our main character defeats him, he just goes, "Yeah, all right."
Oh, that's right.
That's the way.
He's oh wow. Oh my God, he's in the Rat Pack, another great movie. He's Joe Kennedy in the Rat Pack. That was his last movie. That's a great movie, HBO movie.
That was like the 90s, right?
Yeah, 98. And then he was in.
How about that?
He was the Doctor, or he was Grant Walker in Batman. He was a great character in that movie, in that show. Forgot that was him. He did a lot of TV cartoon voices. He's in Twin Peaks.
The original or the
original 1990-91.
Who was in that?
It says here Andrew Packard.
No, nothing.
No. RoboCop 2.
Oh, RoboCop. He's in RoboCop. No. All right. So yeah. They basically the rest of the movie is they sneak into they go into the place on a tour. They get invited as an afterthought because he invites that Griswold family, the cousin Eddie's family, to go tour the factory because he's the biggest salesman in the entire country. And then he's like, "Yeah, I'll go." And he's like, "What about? Can I bring my friends?" He's like, "Yes, I was just about to ask them." He clearly wasn't. And then our main characters get a side invite. We're like, "Yeah, come along." They go through the place. Eventually, they get. I can't even remember what the fuck happens from here. Like,
they're in a room waiting. Like they said, they were going to take them on a main tour or something like that. They're in a room waiting, and the kid's got the fucking mask on.
No, that was. He tells cousin Eddie that he wants to get his ideas on a commercial.
Oh, that's right.
A new commercial.
Right. Which he wasn't lying. I mean, he was trying to get his ideas. He was using them as a guinea pig, but
yeah. A guinea pig way too close to the actual launch of the project. This should have been done months ago.
Unless he just didn't like the guy and he just wanted to fucking get rid of him. Yeah,
I'll
go with that theory. Yeah, I'll go with that theory. Like, what? Fuck this guy.
This guy's annoying. He's cousin Eddie frying an egg on a rock.
I don't like the way these people dress. We have to kill them.
And offering you a beer he already drank most of.
Hey, maybe we'll get to see O'Cochrane in some General Electric Theater episodes.
Oh shit! Hold on, do I have that?
He's General Electric Theater. He's in 4 episodes.
Let's find out if I have that.
He's in Zane Grey Theater.
More importantly, will he save those episodes from being horrible?
What episode of General Electric Theater is he in? Because I have them right here.
General Electric Theater, let's see. He is in Trapped, Season 1, March 22nd, 1953.
I have
that. Season 2, The Wine of St. Albans.
What episode is that? The Wine?
Number 3 in Season 2.
I don't have that. Okay.
The White Steed, season 3, episode 14.
Don't have it.
Season 7, Robbie and His Mary, 29th episode, 7th season. Oh, wow, so you only have one.
That's it.
He also was in Craft Theater.
That I do have, right? No, I don't.
You don't have Craft Theater?
Oh, sorry, with a K. Craft.
Yeah, we watched the Craft Theater.
Which version? Craft Mystery, Craft Suspense, or Craft Television?
It just says Craft Theater, season 10, The Duel, March 6, 1957, and Fire and Ice, June 12, 1957.
Nope.
Well, you fucking suck.
What's available?
Studio 57.
That's not an anthology show.
Lux Video Theater.
Lux Video, I do.
Oh my God.
No, I don't actually. Okay.
Okay. That show might be missing.
Yeah, I tried to find that one. I couldn't.
Chevron Hall of Stars.
Nope.
Schlitz Playhouse.
I do. Hold on. Let me find it.
2 episodes.
Okay. Which ones?
Season 4, 29, Log the Man Innocent.
Nope.
Season 5, episode 13, Christmas Quest.
Nope.
Oh, man. Come on. Jane Wyman.
I can only find what's available on YouTube or different sites like that. That's it.
He's in a lot of these Playhouse shows. There's a lot. He's in quite a bit.
We found one. We're good. Now we know. We'll pick that one if anyone lands on it.
He's in the original Invasion USA, 1952.
Ooh.
He is a good villain, though, because he's about at least good 60% of what's cool about this movie.
Yes.
You don't see him until like the second or third act, which I like movies where you build up the villain and you don't reveal him right away. Bond movies that do that are always. Yeah.
I just realized who he reminds me of. Not him, but Atkins. Tom Atkins. You know who he reminds me of? Joe Don Baker.
Yeah.
Oh. He is a bigger piece of shit slob character.
He's Mitchell.
He's villain. Mitchell. He is like Mitchell, though. Yeah, he's kind of like that. Yeah.
Because the bad guy in this movie is cool, calm, and collected, and our main protagonist is a fucking slob, and he stumbles his way into,
right when he meets the lady, which is the object of our plot, he's getting shit faced at 10:00 in the morning, man. He's already. Yeah.
I love when he's in there. He sneaks back into the factory and he calls his ex-wife. And he's like, "Get their fucking masks away from him."
You're drunk.
It cuts away to something else, and it cuts back to him, and he goes, "No, I'm not drunk." I'm like, that is so appropriate.
Oh, no. You're missing another good one. When the lady has her mishap that we were just talking about with the electronic chip, makes obviously a big noise, and all of a sudden, what's her name looks there in the middle of fucking sex, looks up, and she's like, "What was that?" He's like, "Who cares?" Puts her fucking head back down again. I'm like, this is fucking brilliant. That's when you wonder if the movie is self-aware at that point. Like that's fucking ridiculous.
I think it was just he says, "Who cares?" Because he wants to get his dick.
He's like, "Who cares?" He's like, fuck the plot. Let's get it on.
It plays so comedically, and
I know it's edited perfect. It's edited like a fucking skit. You know what I mean? It's just
it's.
You know what else he's in? And I didn't realize it.
I was going to say something that Adam wouldn't agree with, but go ahead. Last Starfighter, yeah.
He's the alien.
It's one of the first things on his list, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah,
and he's a great character. That's a great character.
Griggs, I fucking love that movie. Yeah, Griggs,
is great. Yeah,
Last Starfighter's brilliant. Fucking love that movie. Yeah. I forgot he was Griggs.
I was a kid.
I bought it on the special edition Arrow. I got it. It was on stuff for like $20. I picked it up.
He's the pilot of the Gunstar.
Yeah.
Griggs. Yeah.
He laughs a lot. He's an alien that looks good makeup, considering.
A lot of the movies when I was a kid that reminded me of each other that were all like Night Flight and Navigator,
Explorers,
and Explorer. And kind of blend together because I only watched them from like 6 to 12. And
Last Starfighter is like those, but it has a little bit more heart than some.
I'm sure it does.
You're talking about
no memories is what I'm saying.
It's actually more. It's more adult because it's about. So he's a older kid, so he's not like. he's like 20. He's not really a teenager. He's
this
not
is
really
still back
man.
in that time where teenagers were like all 30 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, they've been doing that pretty much up until like recently.
Mike Tobacco from Killer Clowns.
Yeah,
that dude could not be more 35.
That's not a made up name. That really is his fucking name in the movie.
He's like a huge producer now. He produces a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, Halloween 3.
Halloween 3.
Where are we at? Okay. At one point, she gets kidnapped from the hotel room. He goes in there, sneaks in, that I mentioned earlier. So she's gone for a while, which is important to say. I'm not going to talk about it specifically, but it does come into play later. All right, so he sneaks back in. He walks around.
Also, when he's sneaking into that building, he has all the grace of an actual Joe Don Baker. Like,
yes.
He's making so much goddamn noise and bumbling. It's like a fucking Mr. Bean skit,
Well, and he also said that he was really sick when he was doing all that stuff.
Yeah,
when he was running around.
He looks it too. He looks like he's just miserable doing that shit.
They try to make him a James Bond character. Like, everyone wants to fuck him. He has his own Moneypenny corner back at the office, who he keeps calling.
Except he doesn't really have any skills in this movie.
No.
That's the only thing. It's like he has all the tools of a character like that, but none of the skills of a character like that.
Well, I'm glad they didn't make him that skilled, because it doesn't make sense that he would be skilled. No. So he's a bumbling fucking idiot, and he sneaks around and gets caught immediately.
He's McGruber. Yeah.
This is when he takes him up to Cochrane, the robots, after he punches the stomach into one. He gets caught there, and then they take him to Cochrane, and he gets put in a room. And then he's sitting there. First they show him the Cousin Daddy's family die. Then they take him into a room, and they tie him up, and they put a mask on his head, put the commercial on. And then he has, like, they mentioned earlier when one of the robots killed her dad and pulled his nose out, that the nurse goes, he has really good lower arm strength, if you know what I mean. And apparently that pays off, because he has severe lower leg strength, because he kicks in a TV.
See, I was just saying, he's so pissed off, he kicks in a fucking brick TV.
Yeah. And then he flings the mask up on the camera.
That was the best part. That made me laugh.
Makes it perfectly
hard.
land on the fucking camera. I'm like, no. Even the first time watching it, I'm like, no. I don't care. It's fucking hilarious, but no.
And then he gets out, and then he sneaks. He Looney Tunes after he finds the girl. He Looney Tunes over with a rack of masks, which I love.
Yeah. But that was hilarious. That was really funny. That part, I was laughing. I was like, "That's great."
And then he gets over there, and he's like, "Wait here, bitch!" And he sneaks over and he plays he hits like 7 buttons, and it plays the commercial. And they go up the stairs and they throw down a box of buttons on them, and they all blow up.
And here's the thing: we're missing the one major part here.
Yeah. Cool.
That they bring a piece of Stonehenge from England to Northern California in a factory, and they're taking samples and putting it in each mask, because that's the magic element. It's Stonehenge. It's fucking Stonehenge. Who makes that connection?
You know what, Dick? When I see Stonehenge, the only fucking thing I can ever think of is This Is Spinal Tap. Whenever they do anything with Stonehenge, I'm always thinking of, like, they got this whole idea for Stonehenge and the Druids, and they fucking draw the thing up, and it comes down on the stage, and it's this fucking big. You got the little midgets coming out.
The
little 2 foot tall people coming out. Yeah.
So here's God. Scene I was talking about. I think I got it queued up right. We'll find out. When he Looney Tunes into the room.
Yeah,
here we go.
I'll mute it. And I'll pause it every once in a while. Just
Atkins.
Yeah. But he sneaks in with her with a rack of masks, and it could not be more Looney Tunes-ish.
It's great. It's such a funny bit.
I want to fast forward, but I want to miss it. Maybe we'll just stop screen sharing for a second and pause it when we get there.
And then I love the part where Cochrane looks up and he goes,
yeah. Adam and I have been trying to do that for a while.
It's so great.
I like the fact that this movie, and I didn't realize it until I heard the commentary, how many similarities there are between this and Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Like, he really wanted to make an homage to Invasion of, like, he wanted to make Invasion of the Body Snatchers. He totally wanted to do it. And there are a lot of, like, freaking super similarities to this, except Invasion of the Body Snatchers didn't have an arch villain. Yeah, so
he kind of did that with the Thing, though.
Well, he didn't direct the Thing. The Tommy Lee Wallace didn't do that.
Oh, I meant Carpenter, but
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean that's influenced by that too. Like you got one thing I realized very early listening to Tommy Lee Wallace talk is he's a slightly less interesting protege of John Carpenter. They're very similar in their likes and interests and stuff, but I hate the commentaries where there has to be somebody off screen coercing them to talk about stuff. Like some of the worst commentaries are. Tommy Lee Wallace was not very good. Toby Hooper's horrible. Like the guy has done so many drugs. Towards the end of his life, he was just like practically brain dead. You know.
Here it is. It was a little short. It cuts off a little bit, but
there it is.
Is our two main characters.
Nobody notices the fucking cart with the masks.
I mean, they're robots. These three people are robots, so you kind of can forgive it a little bit. But watch how they sneak into the actual scene. Come on!
It's so bad, dude.
Wheels moving.
That's the only thing it needed. It needed the wheel, like the Austin Powers, where the wheels going.
And
nobody fucking notices.
Wouldn't you think that they get every mask out to the public as they could because they wanted to kill everybody? Those masks should be on a truck.
Well,
Ship them all. We're shipping on a whole new world.
Safety testing that they talked about earlier with Cousin Eddie.
Well, there is one problem. There's one giant, massive plot hole in this movie.
Time zones?
Time zones. Exactly. That is the biggest problem with this movie. Because this is a West Coast time zone. 9 o'clock is the killing time.
It's midnight.
It was 9 o'clock on the East Coast already. They already died. Everybody died already. So, again...
I never thought of that either, dude.
Really?
I can't believe all these years I
That was the first thing I thought was, wait a minute.
If you watch my commentary,
if
you watch my review of this movie the first time,
I did.
I talked about it a lot.
It was a long time ago when I watched it, though. It was like a couple of years. Yeah.
Well, shit. Never question, time zones, but don't question Amazon. Look what came in the mail today.
Yes. All right.
I ordered this last night.
Hold on.
Welcome to the Big Dick Club.
Open that up and tell me if that bothers you, that you can just pull out the DVDs, pull out the Blu-rays.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
I like it better because you can take it out and you can do it in your own hand. You don't have
to.
People complain so much on Amazon if you look on it.
It's just,
I like it like that.
That's the only way you could do it, really, and it makes
sense.
Well,
yeah, it keeps the disc from getting fucked up, but it is hard to get those things out of there.
Yeah,
they're
hard to get out.
You're so afraid you're going to break the damn thing. Yeah.
Congratulations, Dick. You got the.
Oh, so happy!
Welcome to the Big Dick Club.
Not even 24 hours. That's insane. That's the world we live in now.
Yeah,
I'm so happy I have that set now.
Oh, it's so great. No,
it's good. It's listen to the commentary when we do an episode of the original series because. Some of those guys are fucking. They don't give a shit. Like,
that's what. Yeah, no, that's what I've heard. Yeah, I want to hear all the commentaries.
So now, when Netflix says, "Oh, the Twilight Zone's leaving Netflix in October," you're gonna be like, "Fuck! I got it. I got it on Blu-ray. I got this shit covered."
I also have the '85 version and the Night Gallery.
Well, I have that too on the hard drives. I mean.
I have yet to pop in an episode on a DVD of Night Gallery.
Ooh.
It has not come up.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro does commentary for the. I can't remember. It's Night Gallery '85.
Well, he was trying to
probably Night Gallery because he likes that gothic horror.
He wanted to remake Night Gallery. He was attached to that. That was one of his projects, and it never happened.
Instead, we got Crimson Peak, which is.
It's fine. It's all right.
I'm with you, Dick.
Boring.
Yeah. Okay.
It's whatever. I hate Shape of Water. I hate that.
Yeah,
movie.
I do too. I'm with you on that one. That movie.
That one sucks.
I hate that.
I watch it and I'm like, why did I watch that? I'm thinking, Guillermo del Toro, one of my favorite directors, Oscar. What could be wrong with this? And then I'm like,
But I tell you, you got to watch Devil's Backbone and Pan's Labyrinth. Those are his best movies.
I get to see either one of those.
No, those are his two best. I mean, Devil's Backbone's fantastic.
You didn't like Mimic?
Mimic's okay, but it's not really his because they took it away from him.
Yeah.
So that's like his. That's
Dimension, right?
Yeah. The what?
Is that
Dimension. Yeah.
Dimension did that. Remember the Ben Affleck one? What was it called?
Reindeer Game. Phantoms.
Yeah.
He was the bomb in Phantoms.
That was so fucking dumb. Phantom.
Yeah.
They took movies away from everyone back then.
Yeah,
because the Weinsteins that rape your movie too.
It was the Weinstein, Bob Harvey cutter fingers. That's what they called him because he would edit the movie. He'd cut your movie all up and wreck it. Yeah, he did it all the time. So and now he's going to prison forever.
So in our background here, I have the kids walking down. This bothered me because it goes Phoenix, Arizona. It's showing like kids all over the country, and it's Phoenix, Arizona, and you see them on a mountain, and then you see the city in the background. I'm like, they are 30 miles up in the fucking mountain.
That is Los.
Fuck are they trick or treating up there?
That is not Phoenix. That is Los Angeles.
Everything that they shot is in Los Angeles, but that is a cool shot though. With the silhouettes like that. It made it into the poster. And I love that fucking image. That hooked me from the beginning, man. This had some cool fucking art. I'm amazed that this movie didn't do better than it did, because it for what it didn't have and people were bitching about, there's so many other things going for it that make up for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I fucked up today. I didn't bring my NECA 3-pack of Halloween Season of the Witch toys. It's in my storage shed.
Oh, come on.
I do have the Halloween 2 Michael Myers.
I'll bring him. I'll show you. I'll bring him on next time. I'll show you.
They can't get the licensing to release the Halloween 1 Michael Myers, so
it's the same thing.
It's the same shit. Yeah, that's why I bought it. I'm like, it's the
same.
I
understand.
Shit.
I don't want a Jason. I might want a Jason from Freddy vs. Jason though. I don't know.
The only Jason I got is the only fucking Friday the 13th movie I like, which is the Part 6. Jason Lives. I like that one. That one's fun.
Is that the one that also has what's his name? Corey Feldman?
No, that's it's the only one they did that was trying to be funny. Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one's good.
That was that girl, and never mind. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah,
moving on.
She's dancing in her room.
Where's the?
All right, so
corkscrew.
I guess we're done. At the end, he makes all them blow up because of the buttons, and then they all have a circle, and it goes through to Hedgestone, and it goes through Cochran, and he vanishes, and he goes to RoboCop world.
Yeah,
that's it. And then Tom Atkins goes to the gas station. Oh no! On the way there,
he gets attacked by the robot girl.
Yeah. We forgot about
that whole part. Yeah.
He is driving with the vagina in the movie. And for no fucking reason, out of nowhere, she turns into a robot. And I'm like, why did
they were listening to a commercial on the radio. There was a fucking Halloran commercial on the radio, and it triggered her to just like fucking turn over, and she's giving this fucking 10,000 yard cold stare, and then grabs his fucking throat. I'm like, where did this come from? Yeah.
But why didn't she activate to defend her master when he's trying to kill them? It seems like that'd be a good timing.
Maybe she's flawed product, dude.
Yeah. So. And then, he beats the shit out of her and cuts her arm off, and then has a bash in her fucking face, and then her arm.
That scene goes on to the point to where it's fucking hilarious, because it's like it's like the scene with the knight from Monty Holy Grail. You know,
it's Evil Dead shit. Look at this.
Yeah.
It is Evil Dead shit. It's like that. Hey, got a little dirt on you. You know.
Bet you that's a guy's ass. That's John Carpenter's ass.
That's a hot lady ass.
it's Dick Warlock's ass.
It's John Carpenter's ass because he was.
It's not John Carpenter's. There's not a pack of smokes in the back pocket.
Yeah. So that's what you don't see. He's got his head buried in that fake bag.
We had to digitally remove the pack of Marlboros from his back pocket.
I'm sorry, at this Tommy.
Point, you remember those posters when you were in high school and they always had like the guy with the suit coat and the top of his head is just a fucking cigarette? That's John Carpenter. It's just a body with a fucking cigarette.
He is Joe Camel. John Carpenter is Joe Camel.
He is Joe Camel, dude.
Some of this
he can sell cigarettes
hard like this shit.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That is some Evil Dead shit right there.
How did they film that? I can't imagine.
So this is way before Evil Dead 2. So because that's a scene right out of Evil Dead 2 with the fucking hand thing that goes on forever. I love that scene though. It's weird, but it's fucking great. It's just one of the other little prizes within this movie, you know.
Yeah. It's so at the end. And he fights it for way too long. that it goes down, like you said, it feels like a comedy bit. It feels like, let's go as long as we can with him fighting a robot ant for no reason. And then we'll have the movie wrap up where he goes into a gas station and yells at a guy and get his
same gas station from the beginning of the movie. So it's like a bookend, you know. Nice we don't know how he got there so fast, but hey, there he is.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. It's like, that's the big cop law. So, again, she deactivates herself when he's like 10 minutes from the gas station.
Yeah.
Because he runs to the gas station after.
Like I said, she's a flawed program. She's an older model, Dick.
She's a glitch.
She runs on Windows ME.
Millennium Edition.
And then, he calls the news station. He's like, doesn't matter what. Just do it. No, I'm not drunk. Stop it.
Stop saying I'm drunk. I'm not drunk.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
He yells. I wrote down. I kept track. He yells, stop it 11 times.
Wow.
It's just long enough to be uncomfortable. Yeah, and then they intercut it with that flashing light.
Yeah. So, okay, well, there you go. Here's your question of the day, then. Did whole Halloran succeed in killing all the children with that last commercial?
I guess the original ending they wanted was 1 million kids screaming at once.
Oh, wow. That would have been interesting. That would have been interesting.
Well, as far as everyone keeps saying, like, if you read reviews, it's like, yes, he stopped it. But I'm like, no, he didn't. Channel 3 has
it's ambiguous. Yeah.
We don't see it end. It's not even ambiguous. We just don't see it end. So therefore, it continues.
Right.
But then again,
I always assumed that it continued. The original script is shit happens to these kids and they succeed. Even though Halloran's dead, he still succeeds with his evil, twisted plans. So,
but only on the West Coast.
You know what's funny?
That's one thing I love about Carpenter, though, is he's not afraid to not put a pretty little bow on everything. He doesn't like happy endings. He likes saying, shit's fucked up. Yeah, the thing's perfect. This has a perfect ending, too. I like this ending.
They live
is fucking great. Yeah,
perfect ending, big old titties in a guy's face. What?
Yeah. So I think this ends with he failed on that third channel and some kids die. Not all of them, but a lot of kids die.
He saved some kids, but not all of them. Yeah.
But
I don't know about his kids.
Well, on the special features, though, Steve Atkins says, I think he saved the day.
Tom.
He goes, whatever.
He's never going to get that right.
Tom Atkins says, I think he saved the day. I'm going to say I saved the day at the end of that movie. And he goes, I know that's optimistic, but my wife doesn't think I am, but I think he saves the day.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
He saved a lot. He saved millions of kids.
Yeah.
We'll say that. But he didn't save another million kids.
So, he didn't save his kids.
Yeah, his kids are definitely on Channel 3.
Because his bitch-ass wife wouldn't let him talk to him.
Yeah.
You're drunk.
All right, so let me just say one quick line that he says that makes me laugh every time I hear it. When he goes in there and they see all the weird shit, this is before Cousin Eddie dies. And he goes, I think it's time for the Marines.
Yeah.
What? And he goes, or someone, I was like, what? Why are you calling in the Marines specifically?
So, okay.
Why?
Tom Atkins is in another 80s horror classic, Maniac Cop, where he has one of the greatest lines in movie history.
I just watched that recently.
Tom Atkins says, this story is going to be bigger than AIDS. Best line ever.
It's aged so poorly, it's fucking wonderful.
Love it.
But you obviously haven't seen Night of the Creeps yet, because he's got a couple of ongoing lines in that one. And if you thought he was cool in this, what do you see that? He's a fucking burnout cop with a fucking attitude, and everybody he just always says, "Thrill me, thrill me, thrill me."
All right, it's like I'm sold.
Oh yeah, you'll love it. It's fucking great.
Is that a Fred Decker?
Yes, that's a Fred Decker joint.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Line.
I think that was co-written by.
One thing I've noticed about every time I watch this movie is it's paced perfectly. It never fucking gets boring or slows down. It gets right into this shit right away. It doesn't wear out its welcome. It's just the right amount of time. There's not any parts where I'd be like, maybe you should cut this out or cut that out. I don't feel like it really needs any cutting or editing.
It's very clinical. It's to the
great.
Point.
It knows what it's doing. It's a fucking diamond in the rough, and it's a shame that.
It is rough.
This movie's a prisoner of its own title. Yeah.
Well, I don't understand why it has a 5.0 on IMDb. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't get that either. That I don't agree with. I mean, I can understand. This movie definitely has a lot of plot holes. We've established those, but it's still fun. You know what I mean?
All right, it's somewhere in here.
What's up?
I just saw a couple of men who looked strangely familiar.
It's when he's in the hotel room.
And there's another
No, it's
one.
right here.
They look an awful lot like the man who killed your father.
He sounds like Harrison Ford.
It killed your father. That's Daddy's car.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. Yeah. Whatever. Who gives a shit when it is? But anyway.
No, it's when he's in the hotel and he looks out the window. We gotta call the Marines. That's what he says. It's after that. I think it's after that when they're in the hotel room together. Whatever scene there, he's in the hotel room.
It's right here.
Yeah, should be it. And
Anyway,
I've only seen this movie once.
No, because that's after the hotel. He's by himself. Right.
It's the last scene with them in the hotel room together.
It's gone. Anyway, what do you guys give this then, Dick? What do you give this out of 10? Your first time?
It's a solid 7. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
It's not going to be. I think now every Halloween I'll watch it because it's a lot of fun. So this will definitely be in my Halloween watch fest.
It's very rewatchable for sure.
Yeah. I think I like it more and more. I see it and I enjoyed it, and I'm glad I finally watched it. And I've never watched it. I've always put it aside. I never watched it, and now I watched it. I'm glad I did. So I get it now. I get the joke.
Adam, what do you give this out of 10?
I would give this an 8 out of 10. I've actually always liked this movie, even back when it wasn't cool to like this movie. I sounds really hipster the way I fucking say it, but I remember seeing it on TV when I was a kid.
Is it cool to like the movie?
I liked the music. I liked the concept, the whole thing with the masks and everything. I thought was a really neat idea. And then when it wasn't until I got older as an adult that I found out what they were trying to do with this. They're like, oh, well, we're going to move away from the Michael Myers thing and just make this, each year we're going to do a movie called Halloween based on something tying into Halloween. And there's just was endless possibilities. And like I said, I was maybe mentioned earlier, I would love to go to that alternate reality where that actually panned out, just to see what kind of movies they would have come up with. You would have had an anthology series based on Halloween. And yeah, this is the only one in the whole bullshit ass fucking collection, all right, that's actually based on Halloween itself and not some deranged psychopath killer that never has any fucking lines and just kills people, and yet they've made this entire bullshit franchise based around the concept of a guy in a mask stalking some girls on Halloween night. It's ridiculous how what direction these things go in. But this was the only one that was generally trying to be different and bold and brave and new, and I applaud it for that. And I always have a special spot in my heart for this one.
We could have gotten rid of the Donald Pleasance and Michael Myers showing up with no explanation because they got blown up at the end of the second one in the hospital. We could have avoided all that shit.
You'd think that would be the case.
But no.
I have been trying to fight him for fucking 50 years. Look at my face.
I'll go like Nightmare on Elm Street, and then Halloween, and then Friday the 13th.
Oh, I agree with you. Yeah, when it comes to franchises, at least Nightmare is trying to be in some kind of linear fashion. You know?
And they're trying to do something different each movie. Halloween is like, let's do the same movie.
Yeah.
And still have Loomis. Like, fucking stop with the Loomis shit. Nobody gives a shit.
Let's play that same song again.
It's so fucking dumb. But the first time I watched this, when we first did it, 5 years ago now, I gave it a 3. And I think that was a lot because I was so impatient because I was also directing the episode, and we did a lot with that one. Like costumes. If you watch that episode, Brent changes his costume like 15 times. And there's a lot of pausing and playing and pausing and playing. And me trying to get everything right so we start on the same, continuity.
You made yourself sick of it, yeah.
You tried to be something special in those days, didn't you?
Yeah, I tried back then. But
he was putting in effort back then. Yeah.
But it was a lot of continuity shit. And so it made me fucking end this movie so I can be done with this. I think I just got irritated on myself, by myself, separate from the movie. And this time, so I gave it a 3. And this time I watched it, and I was like, this is a pretty enjoyable movie. And I when I was editing that episode, I realized this movie's more fun than I thought it was originally, and I kind of gave it a little bit more of a boost this time, even more. So it's up to a 6 now for me.
Okay.
And I think if I keep watching it, I'll like it more.
Yeah, it'll grow on you.
Right now, I'm hovering around a 6, and that could change. But right now, I'm about a 6, and that's double what it was originally. So.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, you developed a fondness for it. There's something else that Tommy Lee Wallace said in the commentary, too, that I really like that I want to bring up, and it goes back to what you and I are always saying is, he says, back then, sequels weren't really a regular thing. It wasn't, he says, and I quote, not the cancer that it is today. He says, the cancer that is every fucking horror movie is designed to be a franchise now. It just never stop at one idea. And one thing that this movie cements so well about the 80s that I do love about the 80s is movies could be really weird. And then you wouldn't just go and make the same fucking movie. You'd make another weird movie, and you'd bring people in saying, from the directors and the creators who brought you this movie, come see this movie. You know, and you were excited because you would expect a similar idea, but with the same spirit as the different movies. So you had spiritual sequels, not just franchises and other entries in a chapter of a fucking franchise like they do now.
I did ask for people's opinion on Twitter. I only got one response so far. It's by Disasterbator, which is a funny fucking name. Would love to see a modern version of Halloween 3.
Yeah. Be careful what you wish for. You
Well,
just
going
might
off
get
what
it.
Adam says,
Yeah.
the new version of that, like you said earlier, is the Conjuring movies. And the new Conjuring movie, The Devil Made Me Do It, is fucking stupid. It's stupid. I like the first two.
Yeah.
The new one, I couldn't give a shit less.
Well, it's not directed by James Wan, that's why.
It's not a badly made movie, but it is a boring movie, which is the worst thing you can be, is boring. And it's fucking boring.
It would be if you were to remake this movie now, it would have like this it would be 2.5 hours long for beginners. All right, it'd be like 2 hours and 34 minute runtime. There'd be like all this fucking exposition. There'd be way too much back. You know, I like that we don't know too much about Cochran because that's what makes him so fucking interesting as a villain. You know just enough. It goes with the John Carpenter principle that we know just enough about these characters to make it work within the story.
You know,
we're not trying to build a whole universe around these people.
They would start the movie off with 700 years ago.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Ireland.
Yes.
It's
3,500 BC. They're putting the plates up on stones.
And it's going to be... And Cochran's in the middle of it. He's looking. He's in his warlock outfit.
Yeah, and I'll see you in 5,000 years. And
No, he won't say that. It'll just be like, tonight will be a night long remembered. And then like he's like touching himself. And then they show the massacre or whatever.
It
like the
sounds like we're filming a
screams.
Highlander movie.
Yeah.
It'd be one of those. It'd be
or if it was a Rob Zombie movie, then Cochran would be the protagonist of the movie, and everybody else would be shoehorned in the last 3 minutes.
Cochran would be a carnival barker.
Yeah,
he'd be the owner of a
beating up his wife in a trailer somewhere. I'll come across that table and skull fuck you.
I used to be a goddamn warlock.
What do you think about this, Sid Haig? Motherfuckers.
Well, he's dead. He couldn't play the part.
Yeah, he'll bring him back CG wise.
Oh God! Don't say these things.
No, well, there is a tie between...
Can't wait to see what he does with the monsters.
Unfortunately, there is a tie between John Carpenter and Rob Zombie. And it fucking sucks that we have to go down that road eventually. But...
I was good to you, Michael.
Yes, they're fucking terrible. The second one is even worse than the first one. The first one...
I think... When I first saw Halloween 2, I liked it way more. I thought it was actually pretty good.
Unwatchable.
I think it's fun. It's just, he just went for it. And I was like, you know what?
No.
He went for it. Good for him.
He took some mushrooms and he just filmed whatever he saw.
Yeah, I was fine with that.
Here's a question, guys.
It ended.
And
it was the end of the show.
I think I know what Adam's going to say. When we're done with John Carpenter movies, like he didn't direct this movie, obviously, but he was a producer and he was heavily involved.
Yeah.
So when we're done with all the movies he produced and wrote, and there's even one I have on there that he edited, I believe. But when we're done with those movies, do we do the Halloween sequels and the Rob Zombie ones and stuff like that?
No.
There's no point
good.
doing
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm on the same page.
Let's nix that off. There's no reason why we have to fucking suffer through that shit again. There's so much other stuff that we could talk about besides that.
Well, the only one I have
it's been done to death. And the other problem with doing any Rob Zombie stuff is, like everything with horror, there's these stern, Bible-thumping believers that everything that Rob Zombie makes is wonderful, it's amazing, it's incredible. And then there's everybody else that's like, fuck him. There's no in-between, like, he's okay. You know what I mean? It's always one extreme or the other with him.
He made one decent movie on accident, and that's it.
Which movie was that?
What the fuck is it called? His second movie.
Devil's
Rejects.
I hated it.
That's fine. I get it, but...
I wanted to like it. I fucking hated it.
I fucking hated House of 1,000 Corpses. I fucking despise that movie. It's a haunted house ride made into a movie, and it's just fucking garbage. But I do have...
All I think of is when I watch him is like, okay, guy, I get it. You really like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Please stop making that movie over and over and over and over and over again. And that's fine. I can understand, because that's all he's doing is remaking that movie.
Well, the problem with that is he's tried to do other movies and they won't let him do them.
No, I think that's not very good. Yeah.
Well, no, I think if he didn't write his scripts, they'd be good.
Halloween 2 lost tons of money.
I do have his remake on the list, because I do want to discuss it, only to trash it and talk about how it compares to the original.
Okay, well, if we do that one, can we skip part 2 then? Can we skip that fucking thing?
The problem with the Halloween Rob Zombie version is everything we just talked about. It's the prequelized version of Halloween.
Are you talking about Rob Zombie's part 2?
Yes. Rob Zombie's part 1.
We're skipping awful. That. I just want to do... The only Halloweens I'm going to do is this one, the first two, Carpenter's first two.
Okay.
And then the Rob Zombie one, and we'll skip the fucking rest. That's all I give a shit about.
I'd be okay if we did H2O. That one's great. But
I still haven't. I've never seen the Ja Rule or the Busta Rhymes one.
Rhymes.
Yeah, we're not.
I never saw that one.
I've seen all of them. I've seen all.
I have too. I sat through all these so that I could write my review on this entire set and what I thought about it. And
well, after 3,
I don't. This is my thing. People's addiction to this franchise, I don't get. I understand their attachment to the first movie, but not the franchise, because this is a fucking nightmare.
If I could, I'll say something controversial. Horror movie fans are fucking idiots. They will buy anything and love anything that is in the horror genre, but the problem is 95% of it is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very rare when a horror movie is really good.
It's kind of like science fiction, dude. There's like 1 in 10 science fictions are actually good, and everything else is just like, it was a thing. I saw it. Whatever.
And the rest is garbage. You don't need to watch it. But horror movies are so cheap to make that people fucking love these franchises, even though franchises are actively aiming their movie toward this audience that will watch fucking anything and throw money at anything. And you're like, but it's bad. It's so bad. That's why there's 15 sequels to every movie that comes out. It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
Because they just you know they're going to watch it and they're going to love it.
It just gets so tiresome, man. It's like they don't even like. It used to be sequels were rare, and then it used to be like, well, maybe there will be a sequel, but we won't see it for like another 4 years after the first one. Now, before the first one's even out, they're already announcing this is going to be a series of 3 fucking movies, and as soon as I hear that, I'm just like. I don't want to be that invested. I remember
the good old days when you would buy Starlog magazine.
Yeah.
And they would talk about what might be coming out in the next 4 years. And
speculation. Yep.
They were talking about Alien versus Predator. And I remember when that wasn't a real thing, you're just like, that would be the coolest thing ever. And they did it, and it was shit. It was shit on a shingle.
Paul W.S. Anderson involved.
It was so bad. And it talked about Superman Returns. Superman's coming back. We're going to have another Superman movie.
Remember Fangoria?
Yeah.
You guys remember Fangoria? I used to fucking buy those. And that was where I first heard about Dead Heat. And I'm like, that is the coolest fucking idea I ever heard of. And I like that movie a lot. Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams. Yeah, Dead Heat's one of the most underrated, underappreciated fucking buddy cop. I think it's the only buddy cop horror movie, but really underappreciated movie. Fucking love it. Also, partly a comedy too.
Vampire in Brooklyn. Hold on, let me edit my top 10 comedy list real quick.
Vampire in Brooklyn's on that list.
Sorry, what? No.
What?
All right, let's get out of here. We're an hour and a half already. Holy shit. Watch Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. It is fun. I appreciate it more every time I watch it now. So we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah, it's very rewatchable. Like you just there's certain things like even though you know they're coming, you're still not ready for it. And when they come, it's like it makes you smile even more. Like it's just really easy to get hooked on this one. Yeah.
The "How old are you" line after he fucks her 3 times is so fucking funny to me. He's like halfway inside her. He's got like a half chub. He's already inside her a little bit. He's like, wait. How old are you? She's like, I'm older than I look.
Like, even the director's laughing about it. Like, in the commentary, the director, Tommy Lee Wallace, I'm like, motherfucker, you wrote this shit. Like, were you thinking about humor when you wrote this, or did it just come off that way, you know?
All right, so LIW Studios, Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. Tuesday nights are Twilight Zone. Wednesday night is an anthology series in either John Carpenter, John Frankenheimer, Nick Cage movies. Those are both at 10 p.m. Eastern on Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. Adam?
RaidersLostFlix.com. You can find links to this show as well as some of my older stuff and upcoming stuff as well. And you can hit me up for all kinds of horror-related, sci-fi, weird movie stuff on Raiders Lost Flicks on Twitter, Raiders_OTLF.
Dick?
Yeah.
LAW The Stand Review. Dick wants to plug.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
All right, LAWstudios.com. Check that out. All right, until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Adam Wilcox.
Jake it.
So long, Tom Atkins, you drunken 007 Don Baker, you.
Beautiful Mitchell.
Joe Don Baker.
My Mitchell.
We haven't done Halloween 1 or 2, but we did 3 already. I love that.
That's how you do it.
Those are the kind of people we are. We skip, what we did is we skipped dinner and went straight for dessert. That's what the fuck we did.
And we're not going to finish dinner because we're 6-year-olds. Fuck you.
No, fuck that. Yeah.
I'm eating that meatloaf.
Well, we'll get to Halloween when we're good and goddamn well ready.
Yeah.
No. That's right.
Bye. All right. Saving that one.
It's been a while since I sat this long. My butt actually hurts.
We'll try to quick speed round this one.
Oh, are we still doing that?
Do it on a later date.
Yeah, I'll do it a later date.
Why?
Because Dick failed in his execution of coming up with a top 10 list and made a top 40 list instead.
Well, I have it. I have it, but it's just it'll be. I'll just pick out the ones that you guys.
I want to change my shit around and just make a straight comedy.
Fine.